He's alive.
Midnight, 12 to 1 or 1:30. They have every day.
And when we sleep, I wonder.
After
Not in the morning. Sleep into the morning.
Today is full moon.
today is full moon.
Do they all go to sleep? All the deities go to sleep?
Yeah, those are the philosophy. Devi. No, this is Pitris.
Yeah.
This is Pitri Paksha coming or what?
Yeah, it started already.
It is for the not for the Devis but for the Pitris.
Yeah, like now, from now this.
Now
full
she
moon
is
done,
expert.
right?
Full moon today.
Yeah, so from today, the new moon will come again.
Yeah.
So then
15 days.
Full moon to new moon. To remember your father, forefather, so Pitri, Pita.
Pitri, yeah.
So all of them to remember because the festival season will come
Uh-huh.
after Mahalaya.
Uh-huh.
Like that, that's the day, the first day of new moon. From there, Durga Puja preparation starts.
Yeah.
So after Durga Puja, Kali Puja, Lakshmi
Yes,
Puja,
yes.
all these good things. So before that, you say your respect. So they give 15 days. They go to Ganges for bathing, and they offer water.
Last week it was Ganesha. 10 days with Ganesha.
No, that Ganesha is this new moon day is the full moon day is the last day to
No, they already put him in the water.
That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That last day is that full moon day.
Yes.
After that, now nothing about Ganesha. The fourth day to this full moon, this time was for Ganesha, 10 days.
Yes.
So this 10 days is over.
Yeah.
Festival. Now only fathers and forefathers.
And then will be Devi Paksha. Then
That
will
is
come.
a very good time, high time.
That is
Now
the
it is
Devi
low time.
Paksha means mother spirit, mother, all the divine mothers. Mother Kali, Mother Durga, Mother Kali, Lakshmi, Saraswati,
Jagadhatri.
Jagadhatri, all these divine mothers. That's
And
where.
When is Durga Puja, Swami? It's not in the bulletin.
Yeah, it is there.
I'm going to see it.
October
On the
bulletin.
19th.
On the 19th of...
Hmm.
19th?
No, 20.
20. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
The
Friday.
19th is the end of our Mahalaya. The end of the
19, anyhow.
From the 9th to the 19th.
9 to 19th, yeah.
We have to do mantra.
But Durga Puja...
I have sent all of you. Did you get that
Jai Shri
letter,
Durga.
Jai Shri Durga?
I did.
So
You
should
didn't
I?
get it?
Are we supposed to just sign it for ourselves, or
You
or
sign
try
up,
to
and
get
if
other
you get
people
your
to?
some friends, you can collect.
Okay.
You inspire many people, you can tell them to.
Are you going to...
It's a good
I can
name.
give you the number. Up under 10,000. 1,000 a day.
10,000.
In 10 days.
Nothing.
That's
10,000.
Fantastic.
10,000 every day.
In 10 days.
Every day they will do 10,000, 15,000, 20,000.
That's great.
No, just one time.
No, it does not take that time. See, Jai Sri Durga, Jai
Yeah,
Sri
that's-
Durga.
yeah,
You,
that's true.
in 1 minute, 5 minutes, how many you can do?
That's true.
So if you
I
whole
didn't
day,
think
I
of it
just
that way.
count the mala. I
only,
count the mala.
I'm saying, or you are watching the time also, you can calculate.
Even you are driving, you are watching television, all the time you can.
That's true.
No. No. I don't believe in
I'm
that.
kidding.
I don't believe in that.
Don't trust her words always. She sometimes confuses people.
That's not mantra.
But we could do it. Well, I'm putting on my makeup. Is that okay?
That is why not?
I do a lot of mantras when I'm doing that because it's
That's okay.
quiet, you know.
No. Any time you do, God's name is always anywhere, anytime.
And
But-
when you are doing your makeup and if you say
You could
Jai Shri
think
Durga,
of
you will
that.
see Mother Durga in the mirror, not yourself. Like the way Radha would see Krishna in the mirror.
That's nice.
So
Okay.
good.
All right. I'm gonna try it.
But you know, the best part of the mantras that I find is since I started to give it to the people who need it, the sick people, the poor people, the people
But they're
who
good.
are dying or something, I give it to them. I don't give it to the devas anymore,
Oh,
my mantras.
Oh.
At the end,
oh,
I feel better now.
oh.
I feel like I'm doing the right thing
Good thing. For the good of others.
for the good of others.
Hi, Diane.
Yeah, because I think that gods don't need it.
Yeah. God's, why did you give it to God?
But I used to think, you know, you have to give them
You
your
give them the fruits so that you don't get bound by any karma.
Yeah, but
Even
now,
the good karma, we
Yes.
give it to him.
yes.
I give it everything to good and bad, all the karmas
But everything
to God.
we
Why?
do is
Yeah.
yajna.
Yeah.
Everything we do. We
That's
breathe.
why it's called japa jagga.
Yes.
Repetition of the mantra is called japa.
Yes.
And this practice of the japa every time regularly, it is an offering it to God. It's called japa jagga. We offer it to God. Why? So that we don't get bound by the good results of it and get entangled into the funny things of life. Fun is good, but not all. It is good because it takes away your mind from God. That is the. So the devotee wants to be united with God. So they say, okay, I love you, you take away my karmas. And all it's good, I give it to you. So, and do good to, I pray for everyone's welfare. And if you can give, okay, oh Lord, if people do. Suppose someone is sick and they report you, I'm sick. What is your duty? You say, okay, I'll pray for you. Meaning, not simply say, oh Lord, do this. Also, we are all initiated devotees. You will repeat the mantra and say 108. Okay, I offer, okay, oh Lord, that person is sick or something, is in difficulty. Please help him. I offer this result up to at your feet for his welfare. So for the good of others. We are not doing anything for material gain or any other personal benefit, but it is for the good of others and for the spiritual growth of other people. Anything you do, giving it to God, comes back more meaningfully. Okay, so our 15 minutes is gone.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Okay. Now we are again on the same chapter, remembrance, smarana or remembrance. Now, regarding the importance of, these books are like that because because these books are very cheap and they do it so that you can throw away and purchase another.
Right. I would, but they're almost at the end.
But this is, but it should not be like this because it is our Madras Mott, our own headquarters, Chennai Mott. And now they are improving probably. They have their own machine, printing machine and everything they do there in the center itself. Okay, now the importance of remembrance on page 208. The importance of remembrance, even while engaged in worldly life, is stated in the words of the king imprisoned by Jarasandha. What he said? Teach us how, even when involved in samsara, worldly life, we can keep up the remembrance without break. That's our question we are talking. Whatever you are doing, how we can remember. That was the question by the king. Sri Shuka reports as follows. The last prayers of the Gopikas to Sri Krishna to bless them with remembrance, even when they are engaged in worldly life. This is also Gopis as the last prayer of the Gopikas. Gopis used to pray this way to Krishna, so that where in whatever manner they are engaged in their activities of the life, whole day, cooking, cleaning, doing chore works in household, so that in every action they can remember of the Lord. So, O Lord, may we, even when engrossed in worldly life, ever remember your holy feet, on which the yogis of deep insight meditate in their hearts, and which form the means for the uplift of those fallen in the pit of samsara. So this is that This is only glorifying that you take the name of Lord, even you are engaged in work. The Lord's name has such a power. It can redeem us from everything. So, ahusyate nalinabho, O Lord, may we, even when engrossed in worldly life, agadabodha sangsara kupapatita. World is like a coop. Coop means like well, dingy well. And the world, when we are fallen into the dingy well of samsara, means we are very troubled with pain, fear, anxiety, worries, and death, and all these things. So please uplift us from the samsara. Samsara kupapatitam charanavalamam gehang jashamapi manasudiyat sada. Manasu. So that we can think of you. Please help us like that. Anything we have passed over, Seven things of universe. Okay. So, and then next verse is said that such remembrance can fill one's mind with a joy that makes one oblivious of all the little joys and sorrows of samsara. It's taught by the Sukha from the experience of the Brishnis, the devoted followers of Krishna. So here Sukadeva is again saying that remembrance of God can fill one's mind with joy. Negative thing, one thing is that you can avoid the sufferings and pain, it will come. But because of your mind being engaged in prayer and remembering God, you will not be affected so much by that. One benefit. And another positive benefit, that you get tremendous joy if you repeat the mantra or repeat the prayer. Yeah, those who do thousands and thousands and thousands of japa, they feel a great joy only by repetition of the mantra. You see, Vaishnava sadhus, you can see the Hare Krishna sadhus, those who are very deeply absorbed. You see, when they repeat their mantra, their face will be so sweet. It looks so sweet and joyful, cheerful. Because God's name has the purity, and that purity takes away all the imperfections. So, sajja, while we are lying down in the bed, sajja, asana, tana, alapo, walking about. Alapo means talking with each other. Krida is the playing. Snana, bathing. Asana, eating, etc., etc. That means all the ordinary chore works. You are lying down in the bed, sajja. You are in the sajja asana. Asana means you are sitting. You are, and then you are walking. Then you are playing. You are just doing everything in most ordinary thing, which has no significance of anything. So in anything you do, being engaged themselves in daily activities like this, with their mind engrossed in Krishna. Santam Atmanam Vrishnaya Krishna Chetasa. Krishna Chetasa, whose chitta, mind, is engrossed in Krishna. That Krishna Chaitanya, Santam Atmanam, they will, the Brishnis, the devoted followers of Krishna, what they say, with their minds engrossed in Krishna, did not know their own individual existence. When they engage themselves in daily activities like resting in bed, walking about, that means it is an implication. If we can practice that way, everything will go on well in the world. At the same time, mind will remain in deep, blissful state. And the worries, anxieties, and other things which trouble us every time, being involved in the world. Many people think that to think of the problems of life is more important. It is scripture says, don't think of that, think of God more. And be intelligent to solve the problem as best as you can. But day and night thinking of the problem does not solve the problem. Rather, do that your best and keep the rest of the mind. It is that one problem goes, another problem will come. It is endless. Life is problem after problem. But should we give our whole attention to the problems and its solution only? Now, we'll do that, and that is suggestion. That you are lying down, you are working, you are walking, you are talking, wherever. Let every part of the mind remember God, and then get connected into that. Yeah, that is a beautiful way of forgetting the worries, anxieties, focusing on the attention and working. See, work. That is the point. To solve it, try. The means you take. But what happens? We get depleted by worries, anxieties, and other fears. Take action, but not the worries, anxieties, and fear. How can you do that? Because don't allow the mind to dwell on any other thought. After doing the best what we can do, think of God. Say, oh Lord, I offer it to you. Feel His presence. That is the suggestion. Whatever we do, that will be better solution. And also you feel the joy, peace. Because you are taking refuge in the divine, the mind will be in touch with the divine, and as a result, mind will be cheerful.
Sometimes when I drive, I constantly say, Durga, Durga, Durga. She saved me from so many close calls. You have no idea.
Yeah, that's true. That's why it is said that Durga, Durga, if you take the name Durga, Durga, you will overcome many obstacles. Ma Durga is, what is this Sanskrit word? When it takes away dukkha, the sufferings. Durgati Nashini. Durgati means the evil things which are to happen. She destroys. There is a song, Ami Durga, 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 Bole, Ma Jodi Mori. Oh mother, if I die, taking the name, your name, Ma Durga, Durga, Durga. Akhire dine nataro kemune. Ultimately, how can you not redeem me from all? I'll see to it. With a mother, like a child-mother relationship, no? And I do all types of nonsense things, but I don't care. Nasigo Brahmano Hatta Kori Brun Ki Jati Bina এসব তিলে পাতকে না ভাবি তিলে ঐক এসব পাতকে, these are all sinful activities even if I have done. I don't care for those sinful activities. না ভাবি তিলেকে ব্রহ্মপদ নিতে পারি. I can attain the state of Brahmanhood because I took your name. Durga, Durga, Durga bole, if I die. Only taking, that is a great belief. In earlier days, everyone in an Indian habit, anyone goes out from home, Ma will say Durga, Durga, Durga. Towards the, anyone living, we have the habit here,
Yes.
a long standing habit. Anytime this car starts for going anywhere, so we say Jai Sri Durga.
Unless you go backwards. If you're going backwards, you
don't normally, but we don't make that much distinction. Starting is starting. The car may start and then take a turn, but go back to make it.
Because they told me, they corrected me once years ago and I never forgot.
That's true. When you are moving in the right direction, then start that time. Jai Sri Durga, Jai Ma Durga. And that's why this time Durga name you have already done. So you feel that when you do the mother's name, it's called Shakti. The power comes.
The faith
Protection.
is that if you take Durga and then go, then Shiva comes behind you holding his trident.
To protect you.
So then Sridharananda Swami said that I want mother to be with me. So when I leave, I don't say Durga Durga. I say Shiva Shiva. So mother will come with me.
What is that verse says that if anyone takes the Mother Durga's name, that's such a power, the Lord Shiva himself will come and with the trident in his hand will go to protect this because he has taken mother's name. So such is the power of mother. And mother's name is always Shakti. Shakti is power. So see, so here also God's name in whatever condition you take. Yeah.
I didn't know that Shiva gave the name to Patanjali Ananta. Ananta, the five-headed
serpent
by Vishnu.
Vishnu
was
on which
and Shiva started to dance and he was so noisy he woke up Vishnu. And Vishnu was okay, but Ananta said, please Shiva, let me be born a very holy person. And he was born as Patanjali.
No.
But it's mythology.
Mythology, there are so many stories. The glorifying, these are believers will get more encouraged to chant the mother's name. And of course, mother's name, any way you chant it as a power. And in the mantra also there is the mother's bija is there. So that's very powerful. That's why you find those who are tantrics. Tantrics means mother worshippers. They have big power. They can curse you or they can bless you. That will have effect. But bhaktas, they don't ask for those powers. It does not come. But by practicing mother worship, power comes. Chandi, those who did Chandi, they grow in power. Some Shakti works through them. Chandi part. Those who do the Sapodharana mantra, there are some mantras. Sring, Hring, Kling, Sring, Chamundai, Biche, like that. Those are very powerful mantras because Bija is the mother part. And you chant 10 times, you feel that there is something like that. Yeah. Anyhow, main thing, take the name of the Lord. Those who want power, they can utilize, do it and get power and misuse it, and then power goes away. That's why for us, Ramakrishna devotees, we don't want anything but love and devotion. Whatever, give me love, give me devotion. That's our prayer. Because power is not good. Because power you can have, people will praise you for few days. Then what will happen? You lose your power and your entire effort is gone, getting something and losing something. Rather grow in love and devotion so that this coming and going into the world and this suffering will cease forever. So that is the attempt here. So the Brahmanes with their minds engrossed in Krishna did not know their own individual. They did not know that they exist. When they engage themselves in daily activities, that means their hand is working. They are engaged in work. But their mind is engrossed in God. Let the hand work, but let the mind be engrossed in God. So that is the training we have to learn how to do that. But we do the opposite. We say mantra, but don't think of mother, but do all these things only. But they are saying you do everything and forget yourself even. Only remember mother. So it will be engrossed. You will be engrossed in God consciousness. Sri Krishna says to Uddhava, what he says? O noble one, A person who has cut off his dependence on external things and dedicated his mind entirely to me attains to a state of bliss derived from me, who am the soul of his soul. How can people whose mind dwells on external objects ever have that bliss? So a person who has cut off his dependence on external things. We always depend on external. No? Anything happens, he will help me, she will do this to me. Always in a material plane, we always depend on that. But for a devotee relies on God only more. Not to look at anyone for too much that someone will rescue me. We will have to rescue ourselves in that sense. Rescue ourselves means with the help of trusting on God, who is the support of all our very existence. So external things we depend. We depend on doctors. We depend on all the for the health reason we go to doctors. We'll have to do that. But at the same time, it is to think that it is God is there who can take care of me. And that's why Ramakrishna reconciled these two. Ramakrishna said, Vaidya Rupi Narayan, the doctor, Narayana in the form of a doctor. When you go to doctor, you get a cure, you think that Narayana, the Lord, is giving that cure through the form of doctor. So you can reconcile both. You are taking the help of the doctor, but doctor is not doctor, but the Lord is gracious to cure my ailments through doctor. Vaidya Rupi Narayana. That's why Ramakrishna, being so much dependent on mother or anything, but if the doctors give something, he used to take that and follow their instructions. Because it is God is giving that. So this, when I connecting that, not we do go to doctor for what? Doctor says this. Doctor will say that it is curable. No, it is not curable. Not doctor, but who is through the doctor working. It is God for my benefit is working through the doctor. So his dependence is not on the external. Dedicate his mind entirely to me. That means his mind will be always connected with me. So attains to the state of bliss. Naturally, he will attain to that. If you take refuge to God as bliss, he will be blissful. God is, that's why God, what is God? God is always said Satchidananda, no? God is Sat, Chit, Ananda. The God is all the time blissful and eternally aware of the entire cosmos or divine, no? So if one thinks of God, that godly character will be in his mind, and he'll be saturated with that awareness, that blissfulness, that peace, that unending joy. That will be the inner experience. So they will attain to the state of bliss which derived from me. Who is me? Who am the soul of his soul. This is the soul, soul of his soul. The Atman behind the Jivatman. The unchanging Atman. That's why people get confused when you talk about, oh, Atman is eternal, and then he gets born again. And two Atman, one Atman eternal does not get born, does not die, does not have suffering, does not have anything. Another Atman, which is identified with the Jiva, individuality, identified with the body, mind, emotion, ego, that person, they is born, that person suffers, that person lives one body to another body till it realizes its oneness with the pure self. How?
Can I ask a question?
Huh?
So is it that the Jivatman has no memory of the past lives and the Atman does?
Now, Atman, yeah, if you say pure Atman, it has nothing. It does not remember, it does not forget. It is the consciousness. There is only one thing. So there is no remembrance. But in the God, in the Gita says, you forgot your past life, but I remember. that he is not the absolute God.
I said, yeah.
He is not the absolute God, one step down, who is the creator, sustainer, maintainer. It's a tremendous, huge intelligence, is maximum intelligence. When he incarnates, he told Arjuna, "Oh Arjuna, you forgot your past. Bahuna, I also passed through many lives, means many times he incarnated, and you also incarnated in the world many times. But you have forgotten by my Maya. Even in this life, how many things we remember? If someone tells that important things sometimes remain, so most of the things, it is a nature that you forget. That's why naturally what the activities of past life is forgotten. But people can explore that way and waste their lifetime. What I was before, what I did in previous life. You can explore that. A wastage of time. But what is the benefit of knowing those things?
Buddha could remember the Jataka.
That was after realization. He didn't make an effort to know all these details.
Would it be helpful so that you know what kind of karma you have to burn?
What is the reason? I know this karma has brought me here. I will go beyond karma. Okay. Shall I explore my energy there? Or I shall know why I was born. Suppose what is the problem? How I can now get out of this problem is the real important thing. And as Buddha's example, the house in fire. Keeping that in the fire, let it glow. Oh, why it has come? Why the fire is burning me? I have to know the reason. Okay, look back and turn here and there, and body gets started burning and burning and burning. So many people think it is useful. Past life regression. One of our Swami was in our Trabuco, and he was Peter, Medhananda. So he was a very bright sannyasi monk, and he thought that this Vedanta is teaching whatever is not sufficient. He wants to add something more to create, regenerate. So he studied more of past life regression and this and that. He opened a chamber after leaving monastery and started their past life regression and this and that. Okay, then what? Suppose I know because of this, by that time I have spent the life so much of energy in knowing that. What's the use of knowing? Why not do it? That I want to get out. I know that something is bringing. Let me go beyond. How I can go beyond? How to swim across the river? Let us not start, oh ho ho, I was swimming and there is no big storm, and why I am getting drowned and why I got choked. What is it? Get out. You got choked. Don't get choked. Pay attention to the positive direction. So we forget sometimes it is a mere weakness of the mind. That to know this, it is useless. What is the use? Better if I really know, I believe in this life, that some karma brings something bad or good. So I will do such things that I can just cross this ocean. Pay attention. That's why Ramakrishna didn't recommend anything. Have you read in the gospel, so many days you are reading, have you said, oh go, who are you in the past life, go to the planchette, go to people who are doing miracles, to past life, go your put your palm and palm readers, go to the chart readers, your why it has happened, what the groho, what the nakshatra. Yes, I understand everything is there. What shall you do with this small span of time? Think of, remember God. That is the point. Here, the Bhagavad, Upanishad, they focus on this. Because those who have time, let them do another life, another life, another life. What's the matter? Let it go. We have millions of births we have sent, another life will go. Another 10 lives, 20 lives will go on to know what past life regression. And then you know, oh, I knew. Now, has he become a very illumined soul because of knowing the past life? And he told the past life of many people. So, dig in your mind, subconscious. Go, concentrate. And I heard that they guide you to think like their one story, go behind. Huh? So in this lifetime, so many things we forgot. And what the use of knowing all these things? Rather think of God. That's why Hanumanji said, I do not know of anything. Huh? I do not know date, time. Ramakrishna said, Hanuman used to say, I do not know the date, time and other things. I only know one thing, Rama's name. Those use Rama, rather than thinking of anything else. Think.
Hello, Dina.
রান্না হবে বাবা
I came across, I'm reading the God Lived With Them book, and in the section about Turiyananda, it said that he read this passage that Shankara wrote that said that some enlightened souls choose to come back into this life so that they can experience liberation in life, not to experience worldly desires.
That's all good.
So does that mean that we can come back?
If you wish, but if you don't wish, don't come.
After we get enlightened, we have a choice, right? But until we get enlightened, we
you
don't
will
have
to
choice.
come back.
We have to get through the karma.
But they say that if you do such practice that you are meditating and you are so much purity in the heart that you think of God constantly, you are in a different flight, then you need not have to come back. From there itself you can move to the gradual liberation. We want instant liberation here. It is most sure thing that you got it here while in your body. So that no doubt remains whether I shall get afterwards, shall I come back. Why not enjoy this life now? Why not have it now? Why are you keeping for future? Rather make an effort. This life is available in hand. The time is before us. We have our energy. We spare it for many things non-essential. There are essentials in life. You cannot avoid that. But if you look at our life, 24 hours life, essential. I need to do it for my survival, my job, my earning, my food, basic things. You sort out how much. And rest of the time you look how much wastage of our time we do. If we can utilize that rest of the time, that's enough time. But we don't take advantage of that. And if it is done, the problem is solved here and now. You realize God, you feel, then you will be an example. People will look at you and say, oh my God, it's possible in this life to get out of this, all the evils of life, no? To knowing who you are and what a bliss. So it is not talking about giving up. I hope everyone will put an excuse. Oh, I have to do so many things. Yes, if you really think about your duties, what you do it and do it intensely. Think that you are doing for the Lord. And rest of the time, intensify your practice. But how much we spend time for all the information of the world or whatever interested things. It is taking away your time. Nothing happening to anybody, but it is one can utilize that. One can just let go, lose it like that.
It's a struggle, I think, right now with all the stuff in the news you get caught up in it.
Yeah.
And I also feel like maybe we have a responsibility to be the light in that kind of a situation, you know?
That is there are two ways of solving the problem. There are political way of solving the problem and spiritual way of solving the problem. We are not political people. We are not fighters. We are not going with guns to counteract certain things. We are monks, we are devotees. What is our tools? Our tool is to just improve our life and to do other. And if you have any, make a petition. Okay, sign. protest, go, little things. But if you become involved into that, then what net result is coming? It is a solution, worldly solution. But worldly solution, you solve one problem, tomorrow another problem, third day another problem. Think about that. When we are young, just young boys and girls coming out of the school life, and the political situation of the country, this country, that country. Even in the good time, there are so many bad things. Always something will be there to protest. Always there should be something is not right. We'll have to mend it. We'll have to correct it. And people do. What ultimate gain you gain? It is called dog's tail.
Right, the curly dog's tail.
Curly dog's tail. Swami Vivekananda, after working so hard, who gave his blood and life for every bit, every drop of blood for the good of humanity, he ultimately said, these are all for our growth. We try to do good means it's for my benefit, not for anyone's benefit. So if we pay attention to this side, then what will happen? All the other curly things, it is, you straighten it, you think that you have done much, say, and then it, what happened? How this country was coming out of the freedom, bondage, and got the freedom. And after freedom, how much enthusiasm and came up. And now, see, it is going down in which direction? Is it not the same curly tail? People may think that we are better at that time. What is the difference between now? The ordinary people are in the streets, and these are the suffering. Medical care is going away, this, that, medicinal benefit. So the society is turning the same way. What is the benefit? India, before freedom fighting, no? How many blood was given, how many women, men were tortured to the extreme, how many was put to hang to death because of the supporting the national movement. Okay, and when enthusiasm came, the country was freed. Freedom, a big thing. But those dedicated people, they suffered and suffered. At the time, end point we saw, no one took care of them. Then other people who have done nothing for the freedom or a very little contribution, maybe they went for jail 10 days or something. They become in the power and looted the whole country's money and put the country into the down deep. What is that? Freedom. This country was divided into two, Hindus and Muslims, so that peace will reign. And then what has happened? Go to Bangladesh, slaughtering of human life is going on. In India also, different, all the fight. You go to the West Bengal, it's a whole another country. You will be afraid, women will be afraid to walk, because that is the, so much of Muslim people have assembled there. And they're, all are not bad, but there is a teaching in that they are again the same problem.
So are you saying that like the best thing for us to do is just to pray and
pray? No, you do. If you suppose positive action, you do. Suppose you feel that they are because of this, some people are suffering. Okay, you have little money, you give some money to some renowned charitable organization, so that it goes to those victims. You want to protest, that will think that it will be good. So many protest goes, the management will think about, do that or do whatever. But if you spend your 24 hours time into all these things, you are ruining your own peace and joy. You are not thinking of God or doing anything. And net result, you are ruining yourself and you are not contributing to anyone. Rather, if we as a helping those and utilizing our time, this will go on. All this political thing was going on. Ramakrishna movement has created so many Brahmagyanis. When freedom fighting was going on, so much brutal activity by the British Raj was going on. At the same time, the same period, in Belur Math, so many monks, they assembled together, they did work, selfless work, this, that, and they are criticized that this is the freedom fighting movement going on, and Ramakrishna Mission, such a power, they are not associating or helping the country to be free. No? So this criticism, but they have created their spiritual strength, and that has given some positive impact in the society. But the point is that Ramakrishna's principle was there. Even to do good, how much good will you do? There is a range, there is a limit. We have very limited capacity.
Yeah, I just read in the letters to Vivekananda yesterday. He wrote to Alasinga one time and he was saying, yeah, we have to help people, we have to do this, but our number one mission, our number one goal of this organization is to teach Vedanta. Always go back to that, teach Vedanta.
And if you teach Vedanta, a really nationalistic person will be more idealistic. A political person will be idealistic political person. We need good men in the politics, good senators, good judges.
And I love that he said, Vivekananda said, I am a socialist. He was like really proud of it.
Yeah. Because, and of course he said, because I am a socialist, because that is not the highest ideal, but half a loaf is better than nothing.
Yes, that's the exact letter I read yesterday. That's exactly.
You also read Swami Vivekananda's letters, you'll get the fire in it. And what to do in our life, you can get a guidance there.
Yeah, because it's almost like when he's writing the letter, it's like he's talking to you,
right.
to the person reading it.
Right. What do you say?
Because a lot of freedom fighters that time, Prabhupada, Nikhilananda, they all
became a monk.
Became the Ramakrishna Mission monk, and then that's how they.
Yeah.
And when Swami Sarvadevananda made that viceroy and all these things related to property and all these things, the mother said that, and mother said that time, no, you have to learn English very well to communicate with the world. It's not to refrain, but to contribute in a different way.
And that's a contribution, to direct action. But direct action, if there is no philosophy behind that, spiritual goal is not there, this action will be wrong. You will go and loot and kill innocent people. Purpose is to what? Create a sensation. Then administration understands that this is not proper, we have to take something step. But what do you do against the big government and military forces? So, but yes, you do as best, but pay more attention to build up character. Build your character, so how to utilize the time in positively, in positive activity. That
helps me a lot because I can ask the question, is this helping to purify my mind or polluting my mind? And if I go, oh, it's polluting my mind, I'm just going to go back to whatever purifies my mind.
Right. That's also just said, means and goal.
Yeah.
You see, if the goal is good, means should also be good. Sometimes people say, oh, I am doing for God, and you are cheating somebody and doing something. It is not good. Even if you say that I did, suppose, example, say in a church, you are raising some fund, somebody makes his black money or unaccounted money to make it white. Suppose he gives you some materials, your construction going on. Is I will give you all the money needed for this roof construction or this and that. You give huge amount and you need not have to give me any receipt. Okay, the construction is going on. Instead of purchasing the material yourself, someone donates it. And he does not want his name. Good. But in India it happens. If they give them in a kind, you can say by kind and give a receipt. But if they don't want a receipt, sometimes people will swallow, okay, we are doing for the Lord's work, so let me take this. In one of our center it happened. One gentleman who had enormous money, which is unaccounted money, not in the proper way, and the center was constructing some school or something like that, and she came and said, okay, I'll give all the number of bricks. It's a huge amount of bricks and it costs so much. But I don't need anything. I'll purchase for you and you just. That means it's a cash donation. Here in the account, check and credit card, these are accountable. But there's not accountability. So, and then when he did it, but when it came to the awareness of our authorities, he said, no, you cannot do that. He was withdrawn from the center as punishment. Your end should be as the end, so the means. You have to be honest on your means. So someone is trying to cheat the government from taxes, and you are helping him. That should not be done. So this means and end should match together. That is also another point. Anyhow, we are drifted many far away maybe. But anyhow, what we did, noble one, a person who has cut off his dependence on external things and dedicated his mind entirely on me, attains to a state of bliss. And that state of bliss derived from me, it comes from me. Who am I? Now, who am the soul of his soul? How can people whose mind dwells on external objects ever have that bliss? We understand. If we keep our mind only on the outside, there is no bliss. Day and night thinking of the world, you become worldly. Day and night you think of God, you become godly. You live in the world but become godly. So that only external objects or external news. People are sitting before the what you call the day and night before the computer or in the television. This channel, that channel, that channel, there. Are what? I suppose you have not seen this 2, 3, 4 hours. What is happening? Is we are losing anything? So if we get glued to it, then it's oh it is it is. Suppose that we are not into it. We have not known anything, but we should not be totally ignorant. Suppose in early days there is no such news. So many channels, so many radios, so many things, so many was not available. So how the world people used to spend that? And they didn't get worried about things because they didn't know.
They're addicted to their phones now.
Addicted to the phones, text message and this and that. All are sitting. Oh, what is that story? Ganesha has come. Ganesha Chaturthi was going on, some cartoon. Ganesha has come and mouse is with his mouse ride. And they are going to do the puja of Ganesha. And Ganesha already have arrived, but the people they are engaged in text messages.
And the little mouse is saying like that, we have arrived 1 hour past, but nobody noticed us.
A person who has nothing as his own, whose mind and senses are under control. See, always, this is the greatness of Hindu culture. You will never find that they are asking you to be extravagant. Never saying that by that way you will realize God. No little trace of those things. Bhakti, jnana. But I see, a person has nothing as his own, whose mind and senses are under control. No? Who is even-minded in all situations, and who finds full satisfaction in having communion with me, feels happy wherever he is placed. His happiness no one can take away because he is always connected with the divine which is within. And that within is everywhere. You go to England, you go to Europe, you go to Russia, or God is not leaving you. You can feel his presence everywhere. So whatever happens, and suppose that man has nothing of his own. A wandering monk, a beggar. He has nothing, no position. In India, you can find thousands and thousands of sadhus. Walking, there's nothing in their position. Maybe one blanket and one water bowl or something like that. They are surviving with that. They are not involved in your news, what is going on and what coming, what going, what political party is doing what squeezing. But that is their path. But they are not only wandering monk, but not only that he has nothing of his own, but whose mind and senses are under control. That's the major thing. Senses and mind control means who is even-minded in all situations and who finds the satisfaction in having communion with me. he is there satisfied, thinking of God and feeling His presence. Yeah, I am happy. Not I am happy because someone is supporting me, someone is praising me, someone is glorifying, or someone bringing some honor and gift and this and that, or I am the master, I will have to correct everything. Not for that, but being present with me. Feel happy wherever he is placed. One who has dedicated one's mind to me entirely wants nothing but me, even if they are given the choice of status of Brahma, the position of Indra, the office of the emperor, of an emperor, overlordship of Rasatala. That means Rasatala means the what you call hell, lowest hell. And you have given the ownership. You are the controller. Money you become the jailer. There, the position of yogic powers or the birthless state of liberation. He has all these powers are given. It meaningless for that person. He rejects all this. So one who has dedicated one's mind to me entirely wants nothing but me. The lover of God will expect that only I want you and nothing else. So even if they are given the choice, okay, I give you the choice, you become Brahma. That choice, when you read the Kathopanishad, choice was given, Nachiketa. Lots of offers. I will make you this, I will make you this. Please take it, please take it, please take it.
Dancing girl, I'll give you eternal life.
Eternal.
I'll give you this.
And what he said, Tabaiva Baha Tavanitya Gite. Oh Lord, you are alluring me with singing, dancing, and all these pleasurable things. Let those things remain with you. Please help me to know what is my earnest question. Please respond to that. So even they are given the choice that you become Brahma. Brahma is who you know? The creator of the whole world. All the world. Stars, galaxies, this earth, planet, human. Who has created? If they say, hey, okay, you be here. The Bhakta will say, I don't care for that. Give somebody that position. They will be happy with that. Those who want to rule. But I love you, I want to be with you. No, I don't care for those. Bhaktas don't want. The position of Indra. Indra is the god of gods. All the gods will be under your control. Not ordinary. In the heaven, that will be your state. And you will be the boss of all the gods and goddesses. And the office of an emperor. They are given the office of the whole ruling, suppose, whole of America you rule. Whole of the world. I say. But that is overlordship of Rasatala. That means controller of the death. You are the highest boss in the death region. Yama. The possession of yogic powers. You are given all the yogic powers by which you can attain anything. You can, whatever you want. You can appear here, you can disappear, you can go to thousands of miles in split second. You can do a dead body come up, and you will be. Christ did all these things for the good of humanity, to bring faith in them. But most of the people do for their own power, and they get more money. Then people start flocking around them and get the benefit of their. Okay, so then end here.
State of liberation.
Enlightenment.
Or you mean that you should want God even more than enlightenment?
Or the birthless state of liberation.
Or the birth. Okay. That's okay.
Oh, the Swami has come from the Dublin Swami.
Israel. No.
Huh? He has
Ireland.
Come.
Huh?
Ireland. So he has come this morning, but he is so energetic, Baba. He came and within having after little breakfast, immediately wanted to go. So he went to Swamiji Vivekananda's Swamiji house coming back and having lunch, immediately they want to go another place. After eating, they have the energy. See, really. And but he has a whole bypass.
Oh my God.
But he is so energetic. So then they went to La Crescenta now. And then they say, oh, we want to go to the bookshop. And they came to the bookshop. They want to go to tomorrow. What they are doing from morning, they have a plan to go. So after breakfast. So he's very busy.
Will you be with us for this evening? For
I told him now tea party. He may be in the tea party now.
Oh, that would be nice.
We can see him in the
Meet him.
we can see him in the tea party.
Okay, great. Thank you, Maharaj.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Right. Sunday he will be speaking here.
Okay.
Yes. যাই
চলো ওটা আমার ঘরে রেখে দাও বাক্সটা
ওটাতে দিন